Hello everyone, I am the Sona Lady and I'm back with Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 9 Call Out. So please like, share, and subscribe and let's get started. First with Maurice and Kimmy, and they are upset with Melody because she is going around talking about Maurice's run-in with the law.
Do you know anything about what actually happened in there?
The report, unless the report from the police response.
Okay, well, tell me what information you want.
Why don't you tell me you were
No,
there?
tell me what information you know.
Why don't you tell me you were
I was the only one there. That's why I know you don't know any information.
What would make you say that?
I feel like you asked me like how dare I ask questions about something. I'm gonna ask questions.
Now, Kimmy don't like that Melody don't want to talk about it anymore.
I don't recall you asking me, can we wait till the facts come out? But I do recall you feeling like I'm not talking about it. Not talking about it. And I backed off.
Melody wouldn't comply, so now Maurice has to make her look bad.
Has to see who a person is when they have their opportunity.
What does that mean?
She had her opportunity to show who she was, and she did.
I had an opportunity to give my opinion, which I did, which is actually the same thing that you have done the past 5+ years.
So that didn't work, so now they think of something else.
There's a gathering session at least once a year.
Why is that a problem? Because you are called to the office once a year. And Kimmy said all the time, but Kimmy, you've never complied with Melody since from the beginning.
Y'all can check yourselves.
I don't got to check.
Wow.
So Kimmy, what else do you have?
When you decide that it's reasonable for you to talk about whatever it was you heard, it's okay. But when we talk about what we heard, then we're in trouble.
From what I remember, Kimmy, you were always in Melody's face trying to give her advice, tell her what to do, and ask questions.
Also in those conversations said, do that again and I'm out.
Right. Maybe you should have said, do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, I did a little bit of that too. Let's be clear, I did a little bit of that too.
Oh my gosh! That's awful.
Even though everyone is a grown-up, I think Kimmy have a problem with Melody because she is younger. And on the other hand, she don't want to comply to someone that's older either. Case in point, she shades Nell Fletcher.
We've been in North Huntsville longer than any of y'all.
What's that mean?
She low-key tried to keep a mess between Tisha and Nell Fletcher.
We were more engaged at
Well,
dinner
but
than we
listen, but
are
look,
right now.
I put it up. Like just now, it was me.
So stop being messy.
I'm not being messy.
I would.
And she argues with Nell Fletcher and is willing to fight.
Yes! We were fine. We were fine. We didn't need no help. We didn't need no help.
We wouldn't have been out here.
We should have been.
Okay.
Your ass wouldn't be arguing over no
Yo,
road.
my ass is right here, man. What the?
So I'm thinking that Kimmy wants to wear the crown of giving sound advice, but no one can give her advice. She wants to wear the crown in telling people what to do, but no one can tell her what to do. And she wants to wear the crown in questioning people, but no one can question her. But there is someone you cannot give advice to. You cannot tell her what to do. You cannot question her. And for sure, you cannot keep her from showing up. And her name is Karma.
Oh!
And speaking of Nell Fletcher, she said,
Spending time with them hours, days. If that's not mentoring counseling, what is?
Why does everyone think they are a mentor/counselor, including me? But I've learned that you have to know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. You have to know how to deal with someone's reactions, attitudes, and emotions. It's a lot, but Melody did admit it.
But Chris and Nell have counseled us many times, so I do respect them enough to at least listen to what they have to say.
But she did realize that that was not mentoring counseling.
I have mentored you in the past.
What you mentor me in?
Okay, now here we go. You know what?
Okay, Miss Nell, tell me what you mentored me.
No, because this is serious.
And again,
You said you the mentor. That's what you say. That's what you be saying?
No, I'm not. I have mentored you in the past.
and one more time.
This is serious. Just like the times when me, you, Chris, Martell got together and we talk, and I'm trying to mentor to him and counsel him.
Okay, Neil Fletcher, for the sake of arguing, let's say you were Melody's and Martell's mentor counselor. If you were Melody and Martell mentor/counselor, it didn't work because they got a divorce. If you were Melody and Martell's mentor/counselor, it didn't work because they were arguing before, during, and after each session. If you were Melody and Martell mentor/counselor, it didn't work because now Melody don't want to talk to Martell, let alone be in the same vicinity as Martell. And since your sessions went like this,
This other person I'm talking to, she satisfying me.
I'm tired of hearing you say that. Know that. I'm tired of hearing you say that. You would have been gone and asked for a divorce a long time ago.
if I were you, Neil Fletcher, I'd change that to I was just giving advice. And speaking of a counselor, Destiny need one. And I'm going to call this the Destiny Chronicles because she did a lot and she did the most. I know you have your own rules in a relationship, but Destiny red flags are null and void. Because she red flagged Lance for doing something that she did also. Case in point, Lance said,
He's cute. Got that from Dad.
Oh yeah? You think so? I think you think a lot of people here cute. Yeah.
then Destiny says,
You try to front me in front of other people. Like, I don't like that.
I didn't front you in front of no. Actually, I bowed out. I said what I said.
But you shouldn't say that to me and not in front of other people.
Then Destiny hauls off and says,
I want someone to be able to be more emotionally intelligent. We do have chemistry, we like each other, but that's not enough to sustain a relationship. It was a little red flag for me.
well, Destiny, you did the same thing, except yours was a big red flag because you disrespected Lance in front of people and his mama.
You stay close. Wait a minute. The googly eyes, smiling.
I got you, Lance. Well, they guys were dating, so hey, what can I say?
So they canceled dating, so it's cool for her to googly eye at the dude.
I don't like it, but do what the hell she want to do. What can I do? Hell no, I don't like it.
So Lance should not only have confronted you in front of people, he should have broke up with you in front of people. Ain't that right, Destiny? But it really don't even matter because they both forgot they were a couple.
Lance said, hold on.
Hey, Lance, you're not gonna walk your girl to the
Dexter,
car?
turn around quick as
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
And speaking of a couple, we get to Moses and Sonny. And if I was Destiny, I wouldn't have nothing to say to Moses or Sonny. Because when they talk about the timeline, they're lying. When they say they're telling the truth, they're lying. And even if they're telling the truth, they're lying. That's how I would see it. But if you have to, you should say thank you, Sonny, for picking up Moses and marrying him after I dropped him so he don't come running back to me. Because I can't deal with him going in and out of jail when I have my own jail sentencing to worry about.
Please, I ain't worried about no dogs. You ain't gotta worry about it. If you focused on your man enough, he wouldn't be in jail. Focus on him. You about to be in jail now. Focus on your man. I got mine.
Then again, you could say,
Bad built bitch.
that's it, enough said.
Whoa.
No, hold on, Harpo, because what you and Moses did was foul. And even if you all offer an apology, I wouldn't accept it. And speaking of an apology, that morning on the ladies' trip, Destiny made it clear that she apologized to Melody.
What I want to do is acknowledge that I apologize, and I apologize to your mother publicly, and I want to move forward with that. Is that accepted?
Then that evening at the dinner table, she made it clear that she wanted to sit by Melody.
Now who took my seat, Stormy? You want this seat? I told her. You can. I can. Yeah. Look at you.
Have an amazing sit down.
I'm surprised Destiny is fighting for that chair that's sitting next to Melody.
Then Destiny does a switcheroo.
Even Beyonce says be nice.
Thank you.
Beyonce says be nice.
They are wanting Melody to tell her friends to stop coming for them. But like I've said before, the difference is the people surrounding Melody are demanding she do something. I doubt the people surrounding Beyonce are demanding she do anything. So then Melody has to babysit and try to make them understand.
Because everybody have their fans. Let's be clear. It's some people who hate me, who in my DMs that I've blocked plenty of people because they like different people that they feel like they've seen me have a problem with. So I experience stuff too, but y'all don't hear me running behind y'all saying you need to check this.
Exactly. And Destiny, you could have sat there and not said nothing. You could have sat there and sided with Melody, but your true colors prevailed because you forgot that you were on a fake I want to be your friend again so you could get information from Melody and run go tell that to Martell.
Oh.
And speaking of Martell, that's exactly what she did. And when she tell Martell about the respectfully cheating, watch his reaction.
I turn around and I watch you literally try to teach her how to respectfully cheat. Because you talking to her on the phone all times of the night. You texting her, telling her when to let her know when Martell pull up. And
That's right, no reaction. So that led me to believe that they had already discussed this. And I think that Martell is the one that told it to Destiny and she kept it going. And then Nell Fletcher said,
She don't be held accountable. Mel gonna tell Mel how she feel, and she's not used to that. She's used to, I don't know, do girls. I've never been do girl.
and I said, what? I couldn't believe Nell Fletcher said that about Melody. Cause everybody knows that Martell started that fake rumor.
Then as soon as Stormy tell Mel know about something, Stormy's not gonna be a friend. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a do girl. That's all I'm saying. So anybody that's in Mel's corner right now, they're do girls. Give it a little while longer, you won't be there either.
Who want to be surrounded by fake and jealous-hearted friends? And Martell, by the looks of it, you should have been a do boy. And anyway, Martell, you are the only one with do girls, and you have won faithfully, and that's destiny, because you got that forever, ever ready battery in her back.
Oh!
And speaking of forever friends, we get to Chris Fletcher, and he said,
I was working out in the gym, and Martell and I were having a conversation on the phone, and he did ask, is any females in there? What I told Martell was, yes, there's one walking by right now. She's always in the gym. I told him her name. That was all I did.
well, considering Martell was still married, and you're saying that's all you did, that still was too much.
Oh!
So I thought about it, and I'm going to put my own timeline on it. And I said, wait a minute. That morning, Chris Fletcher was in a mentor's counselor session with his wife, Martell, and Melody. And he was trying to help Martell get his wife back. 2 hours later, at the gym, he was trying to help Martell get a girlfriend. Wow, that bro code is strong. And speaking of bro code, we get to Martell and Marso. And I'm going to add Melody and Letitia also. Every season, Martell act like he's going to prove that Marso was cheating, is cheating, and don't cheat.
Oh!
Martell proceeds to go towards his car to get receipts.
And it seems like Marso dares Martell to show proof.
It is.
Show what you got to show.
You
Show it. Show what you got to show.
You show it.
And yes, Martell is always acting like he's going to spill the beans, let the cat out the bag, but he never does. And if he did, Marso in return will tell more on him. And I'm sure there are some things he do not want Melody to know about, even though they are divorced. And then Carlos asks Melody,
if you ever found out that Maurice was cheating on Kimmy, would you tell Kimmy?
Probably not.
well, I would not, because all they're going to do is say you were trying to break their marriage up. And like I've said before, if a woman wants to know if her husband is cheating, she know how to find out. And if she don't, she'll learn. And Tisha, you didn't reach your hand out for Martell to give you the phone. You didn't walk over there by Martell to see the proof. Instead, you went in the other direction. Tisha, the proof is over here, girl.
Oh!
Then Melody says,
Martella meters over there, all on the same side. And the people that Martella ain't fooling with, me, Tisha, and Marcel, we over here together, which is kind of interesting to me.
very interesting, because I didn't think that Marceau and Tisha were going to stick by Melody's side throughout the whole reunion. And guess what? I was right, because they did a switcheroo.
Basically, they're saying, it seems like they're saying, like, when you got a problem, you come talk to us, and we there to listen. But then, when we got a problem too, that we can't communicate, you get defensive. She's like, no, I don't. Like, well, you're being defensive now.
Right.
One more time.
Mel doesn't acknowledge how you feel. She's like arguing with you about your feelings. And you call her out on her stuff, then it's like, well, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not talking about that. She doesn't own anything, and she gets defensive.
But wait a minute, Tisha. Your husband do the same thing.
What they will see is that when they have a problem, no matter where we is, but the
But I
problem
don't
is,
tell you not to come talk to me. Come talk to me.
yeah, but you're doing the same thing I do a lot of times.
Fix yourself before you try to fix someone else. And Tisha, you and Melody both are bosses because she has this show, and you have a restaurant. And I want you to go to your restaurant and let your employees tell you how to act and what to do. And like I've said before, and up to this season, they're still doing it. They want Melody to first apologize.
And I think I was a little too passive aggressive, but I want to make it up to my girls by having a spa day so we can really get back to being best friends.
Then they want her to pamper them.
Enjoying a little nature, honey. It's so nice. Yes.
Good job, girl. We needed this.
Beautiful.
And then, if need be, they want her to get emotional.
Inviting you to come. How awesome is that? If some top people gonna be there, and I'm reaching out to you, and I'm reaching out to you, and asking y'all to come, but instead y'all trying to turn around, and I don't appreciate it.
Exactly. Because all of you at one point in time have not taken accountability. All of you at one point in time did not own up to what you did or said. And all of you at one point in time was defensive. And speaking of being defensive, we get to Latricia. And Melody told her from the beginning.
I've always been a person to be like, hey, get to know people for yourself. Just because me and this person got beef, don't mean you get to know them for yourself.
So at Latricia's event, Melody said,
I believe Trish still in love with him because she get triggered too easy.
She is referring to Latricia's husband, whom she was separated from. And then later, Latricia hauls off and says,
You felt like I was instigating?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
yes, it could have been perceived as instigating if your boyfriend Ken heard her say that, which I don't think he did. And it don't matter anyway, because he already know that you act like you still love your husband.
Does she not want to get out of that marriage, or is she scared to get out of that marriage? Is she holding on to something in that marriage?
And he already know that you act like you have feelings for Mortel.
This is why we can't have this conversation. I'm literally telling you that it's not him. I'm telling you it's you.
No, it's you. Actually.
And he already know that you're not ready to marry him.
One of these days, just not soon.
Now, Latricia, let me show you a real instigator. And soon after she instigated, she got checked.
I believe Trish still in love with him because she get triggered too easy.
Somebody just said he was still in love with your ex-husband.
Oh, it's her current.
I'm sure she heard her say that. So, Destiny, you decide to chime in and instigate because you can't get no more information from Melody to run go tell that to Mortel. So go on back over there and keep helping Mortel successfully cheat.
Oh!
Then Latricia hauls off and says,
You have a good time yesterday?
I did at the end.
Then when the garbage cleared out, I got garbage.
did this girl just call Melody garbage? Child, if anybody should have a problem with anybody, Melody should have a problem with you. Case in point, number 1. Melody didn't know you yet she still invited you on the ladies' trip. And you left with Stormy and didn't say thank you or bye.
They left early this morning, her and Trisha.
And they didn't even speak nor say goodbye.
Really?
But you came on my damn trip. Actually, Trish, I invited you. Let's be clear.
And your reason for doing that was,
I didn't say bye because I was like, I want to go say bye to her, but I couldn't say bye to her because I'm like, ugh. People just made it so awkward.
girl, that's garbage.
Oh!
And Melody let her know.
I just think it was made awkward and it pissed me off. So I'm like, well, you helped make it awkward.
Number 2, you let destiny instigate and corrupt your mind. Therefore, it made you want to confront and argue with Melody about what she said when everyone is saying it and asking questions.
I haven't said or asked any more than anybody else up in this group have said or asked
And I
concerning
just
what's
said I still ain't got a problem
around
with you.
Chris. So if I'm messy and shady, then everybody up in here messy
And that's
shady.
my opinion.
And
Everybody
you know what
is
I'm saying? Because
messy and
everybody
people
was
are shady.
shady.
Number 3, you went to Martell's house knowing he was still married to Melody.
Well, he did invite me. No, I did not make it to his house. This was when? This was about 4 years ago.
Well, you still married 4 years ago?
No.
Yes, because if they weren't, why wouldn't you tell the truth from the beginning?
You adamantly said it's not true. So are you saying now it is true?
Well, yeah.
And you kinda sorta admitted that something did happen.
We never had an intimate situation. Am I missing something? Even if we did? First of all, it was way before Ken. And
Nothing
if we
happened.
did, I don't see what would have been a problem anyway. Because we're adults.
Well, you're the one that won't tell the truth. And then she tells why she is mad at Melody.
And she was like, oh, they still love each other.
And it was a joke.
It wasn't a joking moment to me.
Oh, so it wasn't because your boyfriend Ken overheard what Melody said. It wasn't because Destiny the instigator corrupted your mind and made you go after Mel and argue with her. It wasn't because you give off that persona that you still love your husband and everybody is talking about it and asking questions. It's because Melody asked at the wrong time. Girl, that's garbage.
Oh!
But let's talk about it anyway. Number 1, you were separated from your husband for 5 years, and 2 of those years you're living with your boyfriend to whom you don't even want.
Oh!
Number 2, you went to Martell's house knowing he was still married to Melody, but you said you didn't go. Martell outed you. You got mad at Martell, but you didn't try to argue with Martell. You didn't try to confront Martell. You didn't say boo to Martell Lee.
Oh!
And number 3, you're living with a man that you can't seem to tell the truth to. And marriage is off the table.
Oh!
So Latricia, it looked like you are the one with the timing problem.
Oh! Oh!
Double slap. Then Mel says,
So do y'all have an understanding now? There's nothing
I mean-
going on.
It is what it is.
You understand her now, Mel? No.
Hey, that's all.
and that let me know right away that Latricia, you are officially an op.
Oh!
And speaking of ops, we get to the surprise guest, and it is none other than Stormy. And Stormy said,
I haven't seen you in these past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes, so I appreciate you showing up.
I love this.
You do?
I love it. I love these outfits. I love the set. Yeah, everything is so beautiful. Everybody looks amazing.
You love the people?
Yes.
Okay.
and one more time.
But I love the show. I love the people here. And I wish I could have stayed. It just was, just either or for me.
Yeah, you're supposed to love everyone. But what she's really saying is, darn it, I hate I missed those last 8 episodes. But since I said either or, don't get it twisted. If the show come back, I can come back. Because ain't nobody taking my place on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And since I said I love the set, your hair, your teeth, your clothes, your shoes, the couch, the chair, the floor, the walls, since I said all of that, anybody that want to can always work for me. Oh! Double slap. Ain't that right, Stormy? But real talk, I hope the show come back because I love the show, I love the cast, I love critiquing it. And big props to Stormy for her success. And props to everyone for their success. And Stormy, don't forget that this platform helped you also. Now, when Carlos asked a question and Stormy answered the question, and then Melody validated it, it spoke volumes.
You know, kudos to you. Kudos to Courtney. Is he too scared to come out and say hi to us, child?
You know, Courtney went never with.
That's when Courtney was
here for me.
No, Courtney was being
That
nasty.
is true. No. What she's saying is true.
What?
He was here for me. He was not. Yeah, he was.
Now that answer was aimed and directed toward Martell. Now they didn't step on his toes, they stomped them. Now on to the finale of the video. And it is about none other than Martell and Melody. Now I have decided to do a mentoring counseling session in cahoots with Nell Fletcher. So let's start with the mentoring first. And Melody tells why she's leaving Martell.
I'm leaving you because of the cheating, on top of your ugly attitude, on top of you cursing me out, on top of you treating me some kind of way. I'm leaving you. I don't deserve it.
And don't forget the lying.
Y'all only talked for a year, so you're still lying.
No, I'm saying, but that's irrelevant. I don't talk to her anymore.
The only relevancy is if you're still lying to me. See, we can't move forward.
Okay, we talked for 2 years.
Cards on the table.
We talked for 2 years.
That's a long time, Martell. Hope.
So now let's go to Martell. And what did you say you told Melody?
I told her to leave it alone. Period.
Now I want to know what Melody is doing to you that would warrant you, that would prompt you to show an intimate video to the world. Can you answer that, Martell? I didn't think so. So let me tell you how you and others wouldn't leave Melody alone. Case in point, number 1. Melody couldn't be happy in her home while building a dynasty with her husband for her family without being bombarded by some woman calling her home to speak to her husband.
So, well, you know, in a year and a half, I caught him talking to her 4 times.
You and others wouldn't leave her alone. Number 2. Melody couldn't go on a road trip with her husband and enjoy herself without being bombarded by a chick, the same chick, calling her husband's phone because he didn't change his number.
We were headed out of town, and while we were headed out of town, he had a phone call to come through. No number showed up, blocked phone call. So I answered the phone. There's this chick on the phone. The same chick.
You and others would not leave her alone. Number 3. Melody couldn't relax in her own home without being bombarded by her husband trying to change their wedding vows.
It sounds like you think you may just need 2 women.
Well, back in the day, in the Bible days, whatever, they had multiple women, so why not?
You and others still would not leave her alone. And yes, I got more. Number 4. Melody couldn't get home from work and have a drawn bath and dinner waiting on her without being bombarded by her husband wanting her to work more while he go to Home Depot/girlfriend house.
You pushed me. You got me more involved, doing more with the company, with the community, with everything else. And it was a setup for the okie doke.
Happy you about to go to work.
And where you going?
Home Depot. All right.
You and others would not, could not, did not, and still have not left her alone. And number 5, Melody couldn't confide in a friend without being bombarded by the friend running to go tell this, that, and everything to Martell.
There were pictures released of him and another woman when I was married to him.
How dare you say something to me about anything that I do?
Destiny, you should have been running to go find out that your boyfriend was talking to your friend.
Oh!
Double slap. Now let me say this. It seemed like Destiny and Latricia respects and protects Martell. And he could care 2 cents about a girl code.
All this girl code, all this fake bull.
But then again, Destiny and Latricia could care 2 cents either.
Oh!
Now let's move on to the counseling session. Martell, every time you and Melody had to attend the same event, you should have bought her a gift. Now, I'm not saying make her mad. I'm not saying irritate her. I'm not saying get on her nerves and make her stomach hurt. I'm simply saying you should have treated her with loving kindness, niceness, and thoughtfulness. And I know you apologized numerous times.
I am sorry. I'm sorry for the things I put you through. Sorry for the things that I put the family, the kids through, and things like that. So I still will apologize because it was major.
And when she didn't respond the way you wanted her to, you go back on that mission to get everybody on the show to dislike Melody.
Who tried to team up against you?
You were the ringleader, so why don't you tell me?
Exactly. So Martell, I didn't want to hear an apology. I wanted to see an apology. I wanted to see you be apologetic. For instance, you should have bought her a bouquet of roses with the right snack that she liked.
It was sweet of Martell to bring my favorite snack, even though it wasn't the right kind. It wasn't all the way right, but he tried, you know.
And if and when she pushes back by getting you told and sending you a picture of everything you gave her in the garbage, you respond and push back with loving kindness and niceness and thoughtfulness. Because guess what? She deserved it. And guess what? You owed it to her. Sitting there telling me some tell she leave me alone. Now Martell, I would have told you to change your true form because you don't get it right and you walk away from the truth.
Martell, hold up. Still can't get it, right? Hey, no, don't do it.
And in her true fashion, Melody would respond with kindness, niceness, thoughtfulness, respectfulness, integrity, and class.
Bye, Martell Hope.
Damn.
And guess what, everyone? This after the fact mentoring counseling session is over. So don't hesitate to join me next time in my sauna. Yeah.